Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carryout, or schedule catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies for most of the day today, but we'll see a slight chance of storms move in later in the day. We'll see an afternoon high of around 90. Tonight, showers and storms are likely. We'll see a low of around 66. And tomorrow, more showers and storms forecast throughout the day and a high of around 86. Meteorologist Kyle Clicker from 92.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today. Make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at the Ticket. FM.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Happy, and I do mean happy Friday to you and yours. It was drizzling a little bit here in the capital city not too long ago, but we're about to make it rain on you. Drop some good sports knowledge. I'm Austin Norman. He's Eric Strickland, Husker Hall of Famer, 9-year NBA vet. Looking dapper with the NBA. PA polo on, Strick. I like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, that was when I was very active in doing a lot of stuff with the Top 100 camp, and we ended up getting these nice little polos. Lost some weight, so I can I don't look chubby in it anymore.
How is the Strick health journey going?
It's been good, man. It's been actually really good. It's continuing to trickle down, just making sure, just eating right, man. It's so important. I think when I think about it, Austin, I'm reminded of going to Europe and different places in Europe and Croatia and Turkey and it was like the fruit tastes different. I remember going in Brussels and eating pasta and it was different. Like I didn't feel that full, that gluten-y kind of just
heaviness.
Yeah. I mean, I felt light and I ate a nice portion and it was just like the bread and the food is just different, man. It's like I really believe that they just don't allow a lot of that foolishness that, you know, we here in the States allow to be put in our foods. And so I've been really just monitoring it, man. Just really trying to get back on track and stay, you know, healthy and shit. We're getting older, man. It's, it's so much harder to do, and we think we'll live forever, but in all actuality, we got to take care of what's been gifted to us, man.
That you do. But if you are going to have a cheat day at any point, I know where you're going.
You know where I'm going. Straight to Mary Ellen's is where I'll be. Mary Ellen's do a wonderful job too of making sure the food is quite phenomenal. I actually feel okay, and I'll there'll be times when I'll go in where I'll take a whole slab and just just like you remember
you have to sometimes.
Who is it? It's not is it the Tasmanian Devil, or is it the Cookie Monster? The one that and he just goes in on it. Yeah, that's what I do when I go out to Mary Ellen's, man. I'm just stuff it. But it's so good, man. Go out there. Shout out to Charles and the crew this weekend. Take a turn and go out to 27th and Pine Lake.
Absolutely do. Numbers for you to get into the show, 402-464-5685. Again, today is the last day that we're going to remind you to send in your name with your text. We switched some stuff over on the back end. So if you want credit for your text, send in your name. We'll get you in the database, but we're not reminding you next week. This is your last chance.
Are we going to take somebody on the Allo VIP line today, maybe?
I hear rumor you got someone lined
we
up
might have
at
somebody
3:30.
Yeah, we might have somebody come in, and you can always come in as well. And if the topic gets juicy for you and you want to tap in, you could always tap in there at 402-464-5685. Become a VIP, Allo VIP. That's where we do it.
Well, our listeners can't. That's only for our guests.
Oh,
our guests are our VIPs. But
I'm trying to make you a VIP. I'm trying to make you a VIP, but doggone it, we can't let them in the VIP line. Oh, okay.
Straight up the club.
Honda Lincoln. You got to stay on Honda Lincoln.
We appreciate both sponsors. They're great. Speaking of appreciating both guys, they're great. I think they still have something to offer the team. DeAndre Hopkins and Dalvin Cook, both been released by their teams. If you take them one-on-one straight, regardless of the team, if you look at their age, what they've done, and what they might have left to give, again, regardless of team fit, just looking at the players themselves, which of those two do you think has more to offer to an NFL team for the next season or the next couple seasons?
Well, I mean, you've got to respect Dalvin Cook. I mean, Dalvin Cook has been doing it quite successfully for a while. I mean, he was 6th in rushing last year on 264 carries, which is 6. So he has a high volume of carries. He's usually in the mid 200s pretty regularly. He's a 1,000-yard runner for the last 4 years. So there's a lot of value there. I think DeAndre Hopkins, if you throw him with a good roster, if you make DeAndre Hopkins a number 2 or a 2-3, I think it's a dangerous receiving core. And that's just being honest. I think with the football game really turning towards a lot of more so towards a passer or a quarterback receiver type of league, Dalvin Cook's numbers in the receiving game are moderate. I mean, regular for that type of guy. So he doesn't have that versatility like an Alvin Kamara or like a McCaffrey or anybody like that. So I think so. Therefore, I could say more value I would probably put on DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins can still be a beast. I mean, he's probably not going to blow the top off of you, but if you throw it in his area, he's got great hands. He'll catch it. Just you got to monitor whether or not his injuries are going to be in okay, and he'll get through.
I feel like he's a little skinnier Mike Evans at this point. Big body, reliable hands, not a burner, but he's a good safety blanket.
Yeah.
He's there and available. Whereas Dalvin Cook, I think, still does have some athletic pop left. I know he's been banged up here and there, but I think both these guys have value. The reason they got cut was money.
Yeah.
Is really what it was.
Business season.
It is.
Now you know why I didn't play.
Right. And that's unfortunate because it's always been a tricky balance of how do you pay guys for what they've done that they deserve for what they brought, but how do you also make sure that they get that amount, but not, hamstringing or, holding your team back because they want too much money relative to the position. And I know the salary cap goes up, but not as much as some of these contracts are resetting the market at the position. And these are guys that aren't the best in the league at their position, but they're top 8.
Yeah. 8 to 10.
Yeah. Hopkins, maybe not anymore, but
Dalvin Cook, definitely.
Dalvin Cook for sure.
Yeah.
So there's a balance that teams have to strike there. And that's where I hope both these guys find a landing spot because they have something to offer. But there's going to have to be that trade-off of, am I the number one? And if I'm not the number one, am I okay with my role and okay with the salary that I know this team has to pay me?
Yeah, I really would like your thoughts on that. I mean, who at this point, if you really kind of went down the line, who do you think would be a top 10 receiving core for you? Like if you really looked at it, I think you've got to
with
look.
DeAndre Hopkins.
No,
or
I'm saying
overall.
Yeah, I think overall, like who, if you went down, and maybe we can't do it in order because that would be kind of tough, but
Eagles are up there. Maybe let's just go duos. I think that's
Yeah.
going to be easiest. I mean, the Eagles with AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, the Dolphins with Waddle and Hill.
you see the Cowboys in that mix?
Um,
Nah, just
maybe.
kind of short.
I mean,
with
I
CeeDee
like
Lamb
CeeDee
and-
Lamb. Gallup is
I think
fine.
he's
Don't
all
love
right.
him. If they still had Amari,
Mm-hmm. Do
they'd
you think
be up
Cooper
there.
Kupp still finds himself in the top tier, or is he kind of starting to taper off?
I find it hard to believe he tapered off that much. I think
More so the quarterback issue.
quarterback and offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's still up there, but I think
Devontae
Cooper Kupp
Adams?
was at his best when he had someone else.
Devontae Adams.
Top 10 receiver, don't know about that whole core.
Mm-hmm.
The
What about
Vikings-
Ayuk and what's going on over in the with the San Francisco?
Ayuk and Samuel is a fun combo, not
Different.
traditional,
Yeah.
but different.
Yeah.
The Vikings need to find someone to pair with Justin Jefferson.
Necessary.
Need to.
Yeah.
Absolutely need
See,
to.
I think that'd be a great place for Hopkins.
Hopkins, yeah.
Shoot, yeah.
Because there's no way he's taking over the number one from Jefferson.
No.
Nor
No.
should he.
And he wouldn't. I don't think he would even come in trying to do like a Terrell on or somebody that's just raising Kane over there over the fact that you're not the number one guy, or like an Antonio Brown. I couldn't see him going over there with Justin. Justin Jefferson's that guy.
Right.
Like, stop playing.
Here's a sneaky one. Seattle with DK
Ooh,
Metcalf and Tyler Lockett.
sheesh.
How about that?
But and you got Cade Johnson
Cade
up there.
Johnson. He got it.
No, you got but no, real talk. If they can get if Smith and Jigba can get healthy, that's a dangerous crew.
Mm-hmm.
If Smith and Jigba gets healthy, that's real scary.
Yep. John.
Hey, that might extend your boy's career a little longer.
I would think so.
I
would think so.
Gino.
Yeah, John and Cortland's trying to say Diggs and whoever is opposite. Well, that's the point. Who's opposite?
Yeah.
He's another guy that needs a number two.
Yeah.
Cole Beasley wasn't it. Gabe Davis.
Yeah.
No. Isaiah McKenzie gone. Didn't really do a whole lot.
And
So-
if you can see the frustration. You can tell he was very frustrated.
You think he likes his boy being on the cover of Madden?
Negative. No, I think he needs somebody. Yeah, that would be no. Not New York. Nothing.
Either New York team, no. Patriots, no. Nobody in the AFC
Tampa.
South.
Yeah, no. So it's tough out
The
there.
Chargers, when they're healthy, with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams.
Yeah.
but they're never healthy.
Is Keenan Allen on the way down?
I think so.
Yeah.
He's just always hurt.
Yeah. Okay. Just a thought. Just wanna throw it out there.
Anywhere you think Dalvin Cook could end up? Do you like anywhere for him? In
I mean,
particular?
I could see Dalvin going to maybe Tampa.
Take over for playoff Lenny.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I mean, because it's a need. I mean, and he's a strong back, still at 1,000 yards. You're going to need a rusher down there in Tampa because Evans is not the same. They don't
Baker
really
ain't
have
it.
it. Yeah, so they're going to need somebody to take some of that pressure off in the run game. I know whether their offensive line is still able to hold up. I'm still questionable on that. I think they've gotten better, but I think Dalvin Cook would be a great addition for a team like that.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Good stuff there. Let's take our first break of the show. Keep the text rolling in. Appreciate you blockheads chiming into our discussions. On the other side, we're going to talk a little Nebraska basketball. Sam Griesel and Derek Walker recently had some workouts with teams. I think they're more
Interesting,
on the
one of them.
G League side of things,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
never know. Keep your eyes open.
LA
in
Clippers, huh?
a couple weeks. Yeah, with T. Lou, that Husker
T.
connection.
Lou drawing.
We'll get into that, but also take a look at next year's roster. I mean, we know Keisei Tominaga had at least some NBA draft interest. Who outside of him on the roster could play their way into NBA consideration? We'll dive into that next.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving sprinkler system orphans looking for service. Judson Irrigation and shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Whether you're looking for a new place to call home or trying to sell your current home, you want to make it as easy as possible. So why not use a realtor that works harder so you don't have to? The Carpe Diem team at Nebraska Realty is your go-to realty team for all your residential and commercial needs. They pride themselves on working hard and making your life as easy as possible while educating you every day. Contact the Carpe Diem team to seize your moment, whether it be buying, selling, building, investing, or even commercial real estate. Give them a call today at 402-429-8121.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring for a rewarding career with developmental disability. You can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ILC.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th Lake.
UStop is a member of LIBA, putting local businesses through education, networking, and local government advocacy. This is why UStop sponsors the LIBA Business Hour on the ticket 93.7. Remember, every time you fill up at a UStop on a Tuesday, UStop donates 2 cents for every gallon sold to local charities in our community. This month, UStop has partnered with the Lancaster Event Center. Stop by UStop and fill up every Tuesday to help us fuel our community.
Allo is here to give you the FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Are your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Their network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your internet with Allo. Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofiber.com/FYI.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors selection of landscape and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
America's been around since 1776. That's nothing. America's still just learning how to party. The Irish? Irish have been doing it for thousands of years. Party the Irish way at McKinney's Irish Pub in the Haymarket. They've got your favorite Irish beers on tap, along with all the locals and domestics. Plus great house cocktails, a huge selection of Irish whiskey, and the best Irish pub food in town. See the full menu and list of specials online at mckinneyspub.com or just head down there. McKinney's Irish Pub at 7th and P in the Haymarket.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is under new management, but has the same great service as before. If your current garage door seems outdated or isn't working properly, call their new number at 402-480-2840 to schedule service or get a new door ordered. Steve's can repair most types of garage doors and can always point you in the right direction to get the job done. Give Steve's Garage Doors and Services a call today at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today will see mainly sunny skies for most of the day today, but we'll see a slight chance of storms move in later in the day. An afternoon high of around 90. Tonight, showers and storms are likely. We'll see a low of around 66. And tomorrow, more showers and storms forecast throughout the day and a high of around 86. Meteorologist Kyle Cooker from 92.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.
Back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket.com.
We're switching gears from the NFL to college basketball. Keep it right here in Lincoln with the Nebraska men's basketball roster. Thanks for joining On the Block here. We're with you till 4 every weekday. I'm Austin Norman. He's Eric Strickland. Strick, let's start with the two guys from last year's teams that have drawn a little bit of interest from NBA teams, and it's the two leaders from last year's team, the seniors, Sam Griesel and Derek Walker. Let's start with Griesel out in Boston. What do you make of Boston taking a look at him?
I think that's positive. Boston is just think about Boston when you look at their roster. They're very big. I mean, to include White.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, I think when I looked at White initially, I was like, dang, I didn't realize how big he is, right? Mm-hmm. Smart and a couple of others are just the only ones that are very small, but they're a very long team. So I think it's a good fit for him. I think the issue would be for him is just got to continually work on the consistency of his stroke. Mm-hmm. If his stroke is consistent, he can have a good look at Boston. I think his size, his abilities, his strength, all of that fits. I mean, because Grant Williams and those guys, I mean, they're really no different except that Griesel could actually handle the ball. So that gives him a little bit of advantage there. He can handle the ball a little bit. He can push. He can take away some different pressures and situations with them. So I think that's a good look for him. Get into the G League, just work on the consistency of that stroke.
Across the country, then, Derek Walker working out for a Nebraska connection. He was seen by the Clippers.
Yeah.
D-Walk in L.A.?
The L.A. Clippers, I think D-Walk, again, it goes back to a lot of what we talked about when we had our shows, and then also when I was talking during post-game shows with Bach. D-Walk at his size has to work on that stroke. There's just no way, and that's why I always was just wanting him. You've got to shoot it, D-Walk. They're leaving you. You're just not going to be able to do that at the next level. You know, guys are too good. They're very good at staying away from your body, and at the pro level, they're just that good, bro. Mm-hmm. You know. So I look at it from a standpoint of D-Walk's got to work on his stroke. I think getting into the G League system and getting a look, T-Lou giving him an opportunity, being with the connection that we have, I think that's great. But I ultimately think that if he doesn't, I think he may end up with a great overall overseas experience. Yeah.
Taking a look then at the roster for this coming season, we know Keisei Tominaga had some interest from NBA teams. I assume, if he even has the same year he did last year, improves a little bit around the margins, it'll be similar. Is there anyone else that you think, has a shot in that Griesel Walker, type of range with NBA teams?
From our team last year?
From
the team.
This upcoming season. Who can play their way into a workout or two like that?
Well, I think Eli Rice is going to have tremendous potential ultimately down the road, being that he's 6'7", he's already at 195. He's got the size, the build. Mm-hmm. I think he has the athleticism. He's played top tier competition. I think he's a solid one. Tominaga is going to be an interesting one. I think he needs to get a little bit more stronger. I think this year is going to be an opportunity that he's going to have to show he can handle the ball. Coming off of screens, when you're at the next level playing in the NBA, that's one of the things that you're not going to have a lot of opportunities to do, and that's just come off screens and fire. Go ahead.
Pause. To pull an
Yeah.
Eric Strickland. Pause.
Pause.
Listeners, keep that thought in mind. We're going to get back to that at the 3 o'clock hour. Saw some
Cool.
really interesting stats. Sorry. Play.
Yeah. So that's going to be an interesting thing. I think handling the ball, showing his ability to distribute, showing his ability to run a team. I think that's going to be a necessity for this year for Casey to be able to display. I don't think Blaze has it. Footwork is not very good. Doesn't have great elevation. I don't think he
You
does.
can find centers everywhere nowadays, too.
I could see Juwan Gary possibly, just athleticism, running. He reminds me a lot of Siakam when he first came out, right?
Okay.
So I could see a little Siakam with a little bit more strength, though, like a little bit more physicality. So a team that likes that long defense, has the ability to shoot at range, with work could do it, but it's just a motor that's continuous. He's got a great motor, I think, for the opportunity.
Is Juwan he's the 3 or the 4 at Nebraska for the most part. Can he slide up to the 4 in the pros, or is he a big 2 normal 3?
I think he's going to be I think he would be a normal 3-and-D guy, be kind of like Grant Williams if you need him to play, because he has the physicality to do that on a team that is okay with versatility or wanting to mix it up or wanting to get you to kind of get off of your game, where you may have a bigger guy there, but you're going to run him on the other side of things. I think that works for Juwan Gary. I think keep your eye on Ramel Lloyd, being his ability to play multiple positions, the point guard position, and doing things like that. He could have a good opportunity.
Tell me what you think about this comp for Ramel. Sean Livingston.
Ooh. Better looking shot.
Sure. Yeah.
Better looking shot.
And avoid doing what Sean
that.
did to your knee, Ramel. Please avoid that.
I could see that. That's very good, actually.
I see a tall guard that can handle. Again, Ramel's shot looks better, but if he can work from that mid-range out, develop confidence, I think there's a role for a big ball handler like that.
I agree. Yeah. That's a good comparison, by the way.
Appreciate that. As I scroll down the roster, there are 2 other guys I want to touch on. The first one, Bryce Williams. Is he kind of the offensive version of Juwan Gary, maybe?
Yeah, I think Bryce Williams, like I say, he's going to have to show that he's a two-way guy, because I don't, you're in most cases, if you're not a top 10 type of player, you're not going to come into a team with the ability to just overly showcase your offensive skills. I think he has that. I think he's a three level scorer where he can get to mid range. He's got good, penetration, flow game. I think he's got a lot of all that. I just think he needs to show he's a two-way guy with the ability to get down, sit down, and stretch out and lock somebody up.
The other one is another transfer. This one, the Bradley transfer, Rink Mass, 6'10", 240. Presuming he'll play a lot of 5 for Nebraska, maybe slide down to the 4. I'm going to throw another comparison your way. This one took me some digging before I landed on one that I felt decent about. Could Rink Mast be Nikola Vucevic?
I would like to see more of him.
Okay.
To be honest. I think Rink Mast has the ability to stretch. I actually probably think he has a little bit, probably more athleticism, maybe. I think Vucevic is he's solid, good body, knows how to use it, create space. I just really think Rink has the potential to be a little bit more athletic, and if he can really show a confidence in being able to stroke, yeah, I like that.
So we go up and down the roster, and we have 2.5, 3 guys we think should get NBA looks, and then a whole lot of questions. Is there a wild card on the roster that with a good year you think could play themselves onto it? Or is that kind of where Nebraska's at? Like, those are the guys, there probably won't be any surprises.
I think a wild card would be for me is Jamarcus Lawrence.
Okay.
Yeah, he would be a wild card for me. He would be one to keep an eye on with a good versatility of skills. Yeah, he would be a wild card for me.
CJ, an overseas guy?
Overseas guy, as I see it right now.
What would his role be overseas compared to what we see in the American style basketball?
Just a knockdown guy. Come off screen, set guys up, I think CJ benefits a lot by watching Keisei Tamanaga. I can tell because of the way that I saw his game progress, because he was the scouting report on him was run him off the three because he won't be able to do anything after that. He watched Tamanaga, and then you began to see him get backdoor cuts, and you begin to see him curl and get into certain areas, and then you begin to see him kind of get to the mid-range and start to knock stuff down. So he expanded his game, and I think he benefited tremendously by watching, Tamanaga function and run in the system that was given to them by Fred Hoiberg.
My thought for CJ Wilcher after his freshman year was he should watch Klay Thompson tape. But I think CJ's bag's already deeper than Clay's. Clay's got one dribble, half a dribble, maybe. But we saw some interesting moments of creativity from CJ last season. Yeah. I don't think that's necessarily his game, but
now his brother's another one.
Talk.
Whew. If Nebraska in any form, any way, or if there's a probability that you can get that the younger brother, the younger Wilcher,
Simeon,
my gosh, now that young boy can go. Like the way I see it, Austin, you missed out, I think, on a good one, which was Latrell Ricell Jr. I think Latrell Ricell Jr. has that kind of makeup, but little Simeon, yes sir. I got to watch some good tape on him, and yeah, he can go, literally.
Zoom, Zoom.
Oh yeah,
pretty fast.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he got good foot speed, good change of pace, can come off, shoot it off the dribble, off the catch, 3-level scorer, good Euros, good footwork. Yeah, Simeon, he's solid. If you can find out how to get that young man, that'd be a great get.
6'4", 185. You like that size, especially if he's going to be a primary ball handler.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He visited St. John's yesterday. I believe they hosted him, and that's going to be tough to beat Rick Pitino. And that's an up-tempo system that they run a lot. Yeah. So I hope Nebraska's back in on him because, again, that's a piece I don't think Nebraska's – it is.
That's home. And he might want to stay there. That would take brotherly love or brotherly hug around the neck to get that to happen.
But if Trey brought Bryce, why can't CJ bring Simeon, right?
All things are possible. It's not over until that man shows up on the campus somewhere. I mean, he can love everything about St. John's, but I think it's wide open here. I think the position that he plays outside of Tamanaga is open.
Ooh,
I think it's open.
Yeah,
I think everything is open. There's nothing like locked and stocked.
And that's good because Nebraska wasn't good enough last year to say that, okay, yep, you absolutely have a starting position locked down, right? That's more of that internal competition that I think building depth will help. The more people that can play, the better, because then you're actually getting your best 5 out there, not just the only 5.
Facts. Yeah. And they're going to need that. They're going to need that same balance that they had where you don't know on a given night outside of Tamanaga who's gonna possibly give you something, and that kind of came out of nowhere with Tamanaga. I think just the loss of Derek Walker, and it was a hunt, and he was an alpha to just say, hey, I got it, and stepped in and filled that void.
Last thing before we go to break, I think there's a difference between what you're saying and who's it's going to be that steps up when you think of balance versus inconsistency. Because to me, balance comes from you have 4 or 5 guys averaging 9 or more points, and one night 2 of them go off for 20, as opposed to what we've seen from Nebraska is you'll have one guy go off for 20 and the rest of them be down at 4, 5 points. That's inconsistency.
Yeah.
Balance with taking it to the next level is how do we get 2 guys to score 20 and you just don't know which second one it's going to be, right?
Yeah, I think if you have your top guy in that 17, 18 range, and then you have your second guy consistently now in that 15 range, and then you have your others in that 9, 10 to 11 range, maybe another couple, and the rest can be in that 7 to 9 range, then you've got good balance.
Okay, one last question I just thought of. Last year, you said the magic number for Nebraska was 65. If the offense hit 65, they were usually in a pretty good spot. Is that the same number this year, or is this team maybe better offensively, slightly worse defensively where we have to bump that number up a little bit?
I think they have the ability to still be that good defensively.
Okay.
I still think it needs to be closer to 70 in the 68 range.
Okay.
To really give themselves, I think if they're in the 65 range, if they're playing the kind of defense that they play, they're good. They give themselves a shot. I think for them and this team, I would like to see them probably at the 68 and above range. 70, I think, puts them in a good. If they're playing defense, 70 will have them pretty solid this year. But we'll see. We'll see. I just don't know. I'm looking forward to kind of seeing how they gel, how they're able to come together and play. If there's some cohesion there, because they're going to need it.
Always do. Cohesion goes a long way. Hasn't necessarily been a lot of that in Nebraska basketball recently, but we'll keep our eye on it. Good stuff there. We'll wrap up hour one on the block here on 93.7 The Ticket next.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
USTOP is a member of LEBA, promoting local businesses through education, networking, and local government advocacy. This is why USTOP sponsors the LEBA Business Hour on the Ticket 93.7. Remember, every time you fill up at a USTOP on a Tuesday, USTOP donates 2 cents for every gallon sold to local charities in our community. This month, USTOP has partnered with the Cass Event Center. Stop by USTOP and fill up every Tuesday to help us fuel our community.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that. Options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
Babe, pack your bags. We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
We just got the estimate from the caterer, and we're going to have to elope.
Actually, Members Owned Credit Union is offering no-fee home equity lines of credit. We can borrow what we need with equity from the house.
Wait, so we can keep the bacon wrap dates for the cocktail hour?
We can keep the bacon wrap dates. From wedding bells to trekking the globe and everything in between. Capture your dreams your way with a no-fee Members Owned Credit Union home equity line of credit. Learn more at membersownedheloc.org. Limitations may apply. Equal housing lender.
Whether you're looking for a new place to call home or trying to sell your current home, you want to make it as easy as possible. So why not use a realtor that works harder so you don't have to? The Carpe Diem team at Nebraska Realty is your go-to realty team for all your residential and commercial needs. They pride themselves on working hard and making your life as easy as possible while educating you every step of the way. Contact the Carpe Diem team to seize your moment, whether it be buying, selling, building, investing, or even commercial real estate. Give them a call today at 402-429-8121.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Coppell discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Getting experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.gov/service to find a program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska with the Broadcasters Association and the station.
Back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wrapping up hour one here on the Block, Austin and Strick for a few minutes here and then another hour. Strick, this day in 2008, Ken Griffey Jr. hit his 600th career home run. Who was he playing for at the time?
Seattle Mariners. Cincinnati Reds.
There we go. He was playing for the Cincinnati Reds. Text line, if you can tell me the pitcher that Ken Griffey Jr. hit his 600th career home run off of, you can have 2 tickets to the Lincoln Salt Dogs game on June the 14th, a parking pass included. So name the pitcher on the text line. 2 tickets to the Salt Dogs are yours. Strick, I bring up Griffey Jr.'s 600th home run because when you think of Ken Griffey Jr., you automatically think of the swing. You know, the swing that everyone wanted to model, how smooth it was, how sweet it was. And that just got me thinking, who are some other athletes? I mean, we can start with baseball because obviously that's what Ken Griffey Jr. played. Who are some other athletes with a recognizable, instantly you see a silhouette, you see a shadow of it, you know who it is, a stance, a move, anything like that? Griffey's swing is near the top of the list for me.
I think you'd have to look at like Pete Rose.
Okay.
That's one. Jeff Bagwell, kind of the straight up open stance, just kind of just standing there like, what you gonna do? I liked him. Suzuki, Ichiro Suzuki.
Yeah.
That was one. Definitely you got to look at Gary Sheffield. Oh yeah, just
my man's hand.
And it got faster as he got ready to pitch.
Yeah.
It was like bop, 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 boom, and mash, right?
You've golfed with Gary. Does he do that with his golf swing?
No, Gary didn't do that with his golf swing. It wasn't Charles Barkley-ish where it was just it was odd. I would have to throw in Rod Carew. where Rod
okay.
Carew kind of just sat there, open stance, and the bat was just kind of laid like a flat on the table.
Yeah.
Rod Carew's was dope. Who else?
Kevin Youkilis with like how his hand was up the bat, pointed like straight down.
That was kind of odd. It was funky. Yeah, so those were some of those.
On the pitching side, I think of Dontrell Willis and his leg kick.
Ooh.
That man kicked his foot above his head every time.
Every time.
Did you
do
anything against him?
He wasn't on our team when I was there. He was after me, but yeah, that was something. Who else on the pitching side? Sauter Heyman text line, help me out on the pitching side of things. But I got some basketball ones.
Okay, I have a couple for pitchers as well.
Go ahead.
Clayton Kershaw over the head in the way he does the little leg hang and then moves forward. I have that one. Craig Kimbrell, where he does the eagle thing. It's weird.
Yeah, he kind of yeah.
I remember too, Wade Davis from the Royals would do this thing too, where he would put the ball in his glove, he'd like bend down and turn all the way around to look at first, and then come up and come set.
Johnny Damon had a weird stance too. He had a funky stance. Johnny Damon had one too. It was kind of funky.
I'm gonna pull up a Johnny Damon swing because I honestly don't remember what it looked like.
Yeah, I have some basketball ones.
Yeah, go for it.
Sean Marion, the Raptor. He had the Raptor, the Raptor shot. Like it looked like it was the ugliest. He looked like he had no arms when he shot. It was a hilarious. I don't.
Johnny's swing was all arm.
Yes, it was.
What?
It was like.
Yeah.
That's how it was. It was like a chop. Like he was chopping wood or something like that. It was the weirdest thing. Johnny Davis was weird. Joakim Noah had an
oh my
ugly,
gosh.
Some
Chest pass free throws.
It was ugly. Bill Cartwright.
Yeah.
I still don't know how Bill got it off. It was terrible.
Do you ever look at your like any of your teammates or even a guy you regard and like, how do you get to the NBA with a shot like that?
Believe it or not, one of the best shooters in the league of all time had an ugly jumper. Can you guess who it was? Sauter Heyman text line. Who had one of the best
Well, it wasn't
shooters
me because my jumper's pretty, but
of one of the best shooters of all time? His jumper actually was pretty ugly. It was a thumb through jumper. And I used to ask, how the heck are you making this? But he used to freaking kill me in shooting games.
are you going to give the answer? Or are we going to go to break and give it coming back?
Reggie Miller.
Really, Reggie?
Reggie's jumper was it was on the top of his head, elbow, everything that you do not want to do as far as technique with a jumper. He has elbow out.
Oh yeah.
And when he would shoot it, he would double thumb the ball through. But that dang thing was wet. It was money in the bank. Reggie Miller had one of the ugliest jumpers I had ever seen. It wasn't as bad as Michael Kidd Gilchrist. Good Lord. I had no clue how he even made a shot the way that thing. Now, you talk about elbow out. His elbow was
he tucked in
like that. Like I still couldn't even do it if I don't even think I had that much flexibility. That thing was ooh. Like when you look at it, you knew it was like ooh. And you know who else? One of the balls.
Oh, Lonzo?
Before he changed it. Now the pre
My man throwing Tommy Frazier option pitches up toward the basket.
Yeah. I had no clue how Lonzo Ball made it. He literally came across his face. I don't even know how he got it off, but it worked for him for a little bit. Who else? Kevin Martin. Kevin Martin.
Kevin, really?
You remember
really?
him?
No.
Man,
Go
yeah.
in.
Kevin Martin was ugly as well, bro. But the cat could score 20 points a game, and he averaged 38% from three. How he did it, I have no clue. He was another one across the face type of dude. I had no clue how these guys did it. But yeah, those are some of the ugliest ones in basketball.
Last one before we go to break, Jamal Wilkes.
Oh, yes. Jamal Wilkes was this. Ready? This is Jamal Wilkes. and slang that thing.
Bring it around
Wet,
town.
though.
Really?
Wet. Jamal Wilkes get to doing this. Bow. And slang that thing. Yeah. Good calls, you guys, on the text line. Jamal Wilkes was definitely that.
Text line, keep them rolling in. If you send in any more good ones, we'll get to them after break. But I told you to stay tuned at 3 as well, because Stricky, you brought up with Keisei Tominaga learning to handle the ball. There's a list put out of the most efficient plays in the NBA over the last 15 seasons or so, after Stephen A said that Nikola Jokic wasn't a dominant post player.
Stop the cap.
It was funny.
Stop the cap.
Numbers bear out that Nikola Jokic is a dominant post player.
Him and Perk are about to start eating crow.
Big.
I really. If you think Denver's going to lose this series, shout out on the text line. Say, Strick, you're bugging. Just say you bugging.
Text line, let it roll in. We'll get to the most efficient plays in the NBA and maybe some more of your weirdest looking jump shots or sports actions in hour 2 of On the Block here on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
Babe, pack your bags. We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
We just got the estimate from the wedding caterer, and we're going to have to elope.
Actually, Members Own Credit Union is offering no-fee home equity lines of credit. We can borrow what we need with equity from the house.
Wait, so we can keep the bacon-wrapped dates for the cocktail hour?
We can keep the bacon-wrapped dates. From wedding bells to trekking the globe and everything in between. Capture your dreams your way with a no-fee Members Own Credit Union home equity line of credit. Learn more at membersownheloc.org. Limitations may apply. Equal housing lender.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road. If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get excellent results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plant for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade to an Exact Emerge high-speed planter to cover more acres, increasing flexibility and productivity. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location to order your new John Deere planter and experience the Landmark difference.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that. Options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! You're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Yes, it is wrapping up our week this hour here on 93.7 The Ticket. Hope you took a late lunch and an extended lunch that you're off for the weekend. In your car driving home for the weekend. 93.7 on their FM radio dial is where you found us, or free app on your phone. It's good to use. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. You can watch us, and Allo Channel 951. That's right. If you subscribe to Allo, who we appreciate sponsoring our VIP line, you can watch us on TV. We'll have a guest on the Allo VIP line coming up in about 20 minutes or so, but plenty to get into before that, including a big thank you to Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Charles and his crew opened this weekend. Go check them out down at 27th and Pine Lake for the good stuff. That's just what it is. It's all good. I don't even know what to pick out. So
yeah,
you can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. Go and get it.
We teased this at the end of last hour, Strick. Stephen A. Smith Wilden. Again, Stephen A. Smith managed to backtrack a little bit and I think, save a little face. But what he said was Nikola Jokic was not a dominant post-up player. What Stephen A. said he meant was
here we go.
What he said he meant, what he claimed was that Nikola Jokic isn't the same physical presence as Shaq. The back you down, put you in the rim all the time. To that aspect, okay.
There's not many that are like Shaq.
No.
Let's just be honest about that. Go ahead.
Shaq. But he didn't lead with that. After a couple minutes, he backtracked his way into that. So, okay, whatever, Stephen A. But there are numbers out there. And that's why I appreciate numbers. They can tell us if someone is, speaking the truth or going crazy. We all kind of figured Stephen A. was off the deep end with that one. But a Nikola Jokic post-up, according to Todd Whitehead on Twitter, is the third most efficient play of the last 15 years. You know what the fourth most efficient play of the last 15 years is?
Nikola Jokic post-up.
Yep.
Back to back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Two of the best plays
like
in the last
MVPs.
15 years.
Like his MVPs. Right.
Yeah. So yeah, Nikola Jokic
but here's
is good
the thing.
at posting up.
You only see 1 year of it being, and that was Joel Embiid this 1 year, and that was just this upcoming year, this previous year.
JoJo is on that list as well.
Yeah. But what another one I find is interesting about the, I'm gonna let you go ahead. Let me let you get to your point. I just, there's some interesting thoughts, but go ahead.
I just wanted to go down the list because it gives you the play type, and the one I want to dive into first is the one that's the rarest, the one that shows up the least on this list, and it's what we were talking about with Keisei Tominaga before, where he said he needs to learn to handle the ball more, prove he can distribute. I think work a little more in pick and roll because the NBA seems like it's heading that way. But the only play that shows up twice on this list, no more, is the off-ball screen.
Mm-hmm.
The two players that show up with that are J.J. Redick, who was a really good shooter in his career, but that's all he did. He was limited to that, had a great year with it. The 2015-16 season averaged 1.13 points per possession coming off an off-ball screen. The most efficient play in basketball over the last 15 years was an off-ball screen for Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
That's Golden State's entire system. They ran it 330 possessions for Steph. He scored 425 points on him, 1.3 points per possession with that. So that, to me, Strick, speaks to your point that it's so difficult to make a living as an off-ball only player in the NBA.
Yeah, and he's going to go down, Steph Curry, as one of the greatest to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So unless you're in that category, you know, like I love Keisei Tamanaga, but I'm going to be honest with you, he's not Steph. Like, not to say that
Japanese
he
Steph and Steph are now the same thing.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not going to limit the possibilities of what Keisei and his determination and his heart could put him at and that he could be. I think one of the things that you saw with Steph Curry at Davidson is you saw there was some magic there. Like you knew that there was something different about. Now, I'll ask you, and I'll ask the text line. From what you've seen of Keisei Tamanaga of this point at 402-464-5685, what you've seen of him, could you say that you see that same kind of glow on him that you saw from Steph Curry when he was at Davidson? The magic that he showed in the tournament, how he almost like do you see that in Keisei Tamanaga right now, or even maybe to be looking at for this year, thinking that it could be that?
I think there's a similar level of gravity,
mm-hmm.
And by that I mean attention being paid to the players, but I do think Steph's bag is deeper. I think Keisei's Tominaga in 3-on-3 will help. I think the NBA is going to be a lot more spaced for Keisei than Nebraska has been. I don't know how it could be less spaced in some cases, given how poorly Nebraska's shot. But like you've been saying, we haven't seen Keisei run off screens a lot. He hasn't been a primary ball handler. Nebraska has looked for ways to feed Keisei, and he's shown a little wiggle, a little creativity, but it's just to get a shot up, not to set people up or to set up the next move necessarily. Steph has become better at that, but we saw Davidson and Bob McHill abuse him different ways like that in college.
Yeah, and that's so if he shows me that this year and I see some just super magic, then it's going to come down to what organization does he fit that's going to be like that. So that's very limited in itself, right? So then you've got to only be really looking at maybe Miami. You got to be looking at Golden State, definitely. Maybe Phoenix, but without Kevin Durant, you can see it with Booker, with some isolation, but with Booker coming off, because you can see Cameron Payne. You could see Tamanaga fitting in a Payne type of role there in Phoenix.
Could he be new Manu in San Antonio?
That's what I was going to say next. Maybe San Antonio. If you need shooting, like, and you don't really need him to handle, I could see Dallas.
Okay.
I could see, I would like him to get stronger, because I thought Brunson's strength enabled him to be able to mask some of the issues that probably you could look at. And then now you see Brunson just going to a whole nother level. So you could see Dallas. So there's a few teams that I could see potentially.
With Keisei, my worry is that he'll run into the wrong coach, that they'll like his shooting ability, but they won't fully grasp what Keisei is as the, kind of in the flow player that he is, and they'll try to put him in a box. I think he needs a coach that understands who Keisei is as a person and as a basketball player, and doesn't try to, fit him into a spot up shooter role.
That's the issue. But I also believe that he doesn't get too far. I don't believe he gets out east. I believe he's going to be somewhere west. And I don't think he gets as far as the Rockies.
Okay.
Now, like I said, I could see Texas possibly, because Texas They would love to touch some of that, international. That Dallas love that international money. Dallas loves it. So does
Build a
San
big old airport
Antonio.
to prove it.
That's what I'm saying. So you could see it probably not going as far as Texas. I don't see it in OKC. I don't see it in Chicago. I don't see it in any other of the Midwestern types of, like Indiana. No, I don't see the style fitting in any of those. So I could see it definitely out west. And I think Golden State with them trying to get younger, if they can move, I think they would need to move Jordan Poole.
Right.
If that happens, I could see a little sprinkle of getting some youth, getting some international style and flair in there.
Absolutely. Back to the list of plays. There are 4 isolation seasons on there. 2 of them are James Harden.
Of course. In one of those MVP years.
Yep. I think those numbers, though, Strick, are a little inflated just by the number of threes, right?
I think the number of threes and the number of possessions, my gosh. I mean, just look at the difference between him and Steph. He's number 2, but look at the difference between him and Steph. 330 possessions to 720. I mean, that's just way more opportunities. And ultimately, did it get him there? No, it got him smelling it, getting sniff of it, but it didn't get him there. I don't think isolation ball in the way that it is today, I don't think it gets you fully there.
I could not agree more.
Yeah.
One isolation season on there was Kyrie Irving in the 16-17 season. We know that. The one that really surprised me, though, was DeMar DeRozan from last season, the 21-22 season. DeMar scored 1.14 points per possession in isolation. I knew he was good one-on-one. I didn't realize his season was to that level.
DeMar was looking Jimmy Butler-ish this year, just with not a good. I would tell you that if that team had didn't have the injuries that they had with both Ball and
Caruso,
I think they could have been a dangerous team, but he couldn't do it by himself. There was just no way. Now, you see the 2010-11 season, Dirk was a beast. And those weren't traditional post-ups too. And that's what you gotta remember. Those are those high elbow, similar to Jokic type post-ups where you get it at the elbow and let him work.
Is it easier or
it's
harder?
Different. It's not traditional.
Is it easier or harder to be efficient from the high post elbow area versus the traditional low post?
Absolutely. Now most post-ups don't happen at the block now. They happen at the just off the block, about 3 feet off the block. The reason is for
and if Strickey's guarding you at 7-8 feet off.
Yeah, Dirk was at the 3-point line when I was able to put some forearm on him. But that is a danger zone. Like they used to have plays for me at the elbow because we would run different ISO such situations with either me, Dirk, sometimes Finn, where we would catch it at that elbow. And the reason being is it's a catch, it's a rip, it's a shot fake, and by you, it puts so much pressure on the defense because the rotation guy is going to have to cover, the top guy is going to have to drop in front of. So you've got easy kickoffs, you got to the mid range, or you're one dribble to the rim, right? The farther out you are, which I just hate that guys can't post up the way that, guys like me or guys like Gary Payton, guys like MJ, or Kobe, when they wanted the ball where they wanted the ball, it was trouble because you're one dribble away. I think even KG did a good job of getting to that same type of spot. It's dangerous. It's a danger zone, and a lot of people don't like it. This is why KD, I think, if he gets it there, he's trouble. When he gets pushed out, he's not. Same thing with Tatum. Tatum is the same way. I think the closer they can get to that elbow, it's more danger, but they get pushed out sometimes.
There's just something about being in the middle because, like you said, all the options
open
that are
up
there.
Yeah,
it's impossible to cover with someone that scores at that high a level. The last thing before we get to our guest, we'll save plenty of time for him. The last play type that's in there, pick and roll ball handler. A lot of that in the NBA. The 2 most efficient pick and roll ball handling seasons.
You already know.
Dame
Dizzy. Dame Dizzy.
How's Dame going to be remembered legacy-wise? Because that's a dude who's gotten buckets, but I worry he's been a little overshadowed by Steph and the Warriors.
I hate it. I think he could get kind of just mulled over. Similar to, right, like, you're going to remember Melo, but are you going to remember him long-term?
No, it's LeBron and Kobe's.
Yes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know Melo was a beast. Like, he was that guy. But then you're just going to be like, so I think it's going to be the same with Dame, unless he goes somewhere where he gets out of Portland and just really is able to just do something special with a team. I don't think I think Kevin Durant's close, but I don't think he will be, just because of what happened with his time with Golden State. I think he can still be kind of on the verge of that. I think you're always going to remember Dame, like Dwayne Wade. I think you're always going to remember guys like Trae Young are guys that'll get mauled over.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? I think who else? Who would be another one? That's in that kind of in that sweet zone.
I mean, even Allen Iverson to some degree. It wasn't his era.
Yeah, and that's crazy, because AI was a transcender.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was a game changer.
Stephen Amari in Phoenix, I mean, didn't win anything.
Yeah.
Killer combo.
Yeah. Do you outside of that, do you remember a lot about Steve?
Can't say I do.
Because he didn't really get the chance to win it. I think he should have stayed in Dallas, but that wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault. They should have paid him. I mean, actually, they would have got him cheaper had they would have. I think they could have still won it with Steve there. Yeah.
The other one that surprised me from this list, and we'll get to cluster, Donovan Mitchell, elite pick and roll ball handler with Cleveland this year, averaged 1.13 points per possession. Didn't realize that. That's tied with Steph in his MVP year in 2021. That's another one that sticks out to me, Strick, because no Clay, Draymond and Steph were carrying that team, and Steph was doing all the scoring. That was kind of when Poole broke out, but everyone was hurt, and Steph put up 32 points per game out of a system he wasn't used to playing in the regular season.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Crazy. I'm trying to think of who else has the capability of and I can't. I just that kind of take over mentality like that when it's needed and necessary. I mean, he almost did it with the injuries.
Mm-hmm.
When he let him back in the play-in game where they almost, was it the Lakers that they almost beat not too long ago? It was a couple years ago, where they were in a play-in game, and it could have been Denver, maybe. I don't remember. I can't remember who it was, but there was somebody that they were playing where he literally just almost carried him by himself.
I'm trying to look back and remember.
You guys on the text line?
Yeah.
Was it in the bubble? It was either.
It was the year after
the bubble.
Yeah, 21-22.
Yeah.
We'll get it during break.
Yeah.
Let's call Cluster.
Yeah.
Talk with him. We'll do that next on the block.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer sales event underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. Yes, you heard right. 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on select Silverados and Sierras. You put all that together with some big Koppel discounts, and you have a tremendous buying experience. So stop on into the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatment states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Ticket 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times like without knowing at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sellers and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
The sweet relief of air conditioning after a hot day in the summer sun. For only $2.88 a day, LES helps power life's special moments and your comfort. Learn more at les.com/value.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carry out, or schedule a catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
Whether you're looking for a new place to call home or trying to sell your current home, you want to make it as easy as possible. So why not use a realtor that works harder so you don't have to? The Carpe Diem team at Nebraska Realty is your go-to realty team for all your residential and commercial needs. They pride themselves on working hard and making your life as easy as possible while educating you every step of the way. Contact the Carpe Diem team to seize your moment, whether it be buying, selling, building, investing, or even commercial real estate. Give them a call today at 402-429-8121.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere sprayer from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Leverage the industry's latest technology with See and Spray to target weeds in season, in corn, and soybeans. Utilize Exact Apply to save in chemical and prevent over application. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge talent. Career and internship opportunities are available at headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today will see mainly sunny skies for most of the day today, but we'll see a slight chance of storms move in later in the day. We'll see an afternoon high of around 90. Tonight, showers and storms are likely. We'll see a low of around 66. And tomorrow, more showers and storms forecast throughout the day and a high of around 86. Meteorologist Kyle Clicker for the 92.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here on the block. Get ready to talk to Cluster Johnson here in just a sec. Out. And Casey, you guys win early guessing the pitcher that Ken Griffey Jr. hit his 600th career home run off of. The answer, lefty, number 30 for the Mark Hendrickson. Gave it up in a game that
against my team too, huh?
Yeah, sorry. I did do that on purpose.
I know you did.
Yeah, that was career homer number 600 for the kid in a game the Reds would win 9-4. Stricken Cluster, take it away.
Sebo, what's going on? How are you today, this Friday?
It's Friday. I don't work on weekends. So, I'm relaxing.
Is it? It's not like the movie, though, Friday, right?
Ain't nothing to do.
When you and I get together, it can be like that sometimes. So that's a beautiful thing. Outside of the Snoop Dogg. But nonetheless, Sebo, we had a great session, man, on Tuesday, man. It was, thank you guys that did tune in on Tuesday. It was great to get an opportunity to find out a little bit more about why this connection happened and how it happened and how we grew up with one another over the years. And so the first segment of what WTF was awesome, man. It was great to get an opportunity to do that work with you.
Yes, talking to the owner of 93.7, I explained it to DP that I took a long hiatus from the media in regards to being a stable. I did Channel 3 years ago, the Husker Breakdown, and I did 590, but 590 wasn't live where you couldn't see me at the time, and then the TV station was, we were sitting down, the cameras and everything was on us. So, I really enjoyed getting back into the swing of things. I think, like we discussed, Eric, things will get a lot smoother, and I'll find that voice, and we'll be rolling.
Yes. Quick question, man, before we get into just kind of the pregame of what's going to happen on this evening in the showdown between the Miami Heat and the Denver Nuggets on this Friday. Dalvin Cook has been released, as well as DeAndre Hopkins. What say you about who would probably have the better impact on a team if someone's able to pick them up and have an opportunity? Who do you think would be the better one that could help a team out just in the interim of the next season coming?
Well, I think obviously to me, and I think most people would say the value of a receiver in today's NFL is I think he'll probably find a team a lot quicker than Dalvin Cook. And he's still seen as a number one, still in his prime. And that's DeAndre Hopkins. I think people still view him as probably a top 5 receiver NFL. And so I've heard some people think of him as number one. Now, Dalvin, the value of a running back, because Ezekiel Elliott is looking to extend also. And, these running backs, they just don't have the same type of value as receivers currently, especially at number one. So we want to see, I think we're going to see Hopkins have a lot of suitors for him. And Dalvin, I'm just wondering if the young man who just got acquitted, on social media dancing around with him. I'm wondering if that played any part in it. I mean, I don't think it did, but I saw them two dancing around, after he got acquitted, and I'm just wondering if the team was just like, we don't want no
parts of that, huh?
But I think Dalvin, the running backs don't have the same type of love, and people view them as about 5 to 6 years, the tread is gone. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, being that he's been 1,000-yard rusher for the last 4 years. So I agree with you. I think it would have been DeAndre Hopkins as well. I think that the running back position is one that just depends on the need. I think if you have a really good quarterback, I can tell you for sure that I know that Kansas City benefited from the rise of a late round draft pick out of Pacheco. Look, I don't care what you say. I mean, that was a difference in, what that was, even though Kelsey and Mahomes had a tremendous year. And the guys that filled in Schuster and the guys that filled in the absence of Tyreek Hill, I think that was good, but their running back combination that was there helped tremendously. So when you have a great quarterback, running backs could help, but I also think that they help with moderate quarterbacks. Like I think that like Geno Smith would benefit from a solid running back, in a running back game. I think that, Baker Mayfield is going to need probably a good running back to help out, just to give him a little reprieve. And so he's not just relying totally on their arm. So I think that's where the value would come in. But outside of that, I have to agree with you, Sibo.
Yes. Most teams you watching over the last few years, they usually have three things. They have a pretty decent balance on offense where the quarterback doesn't have to completely carry the team, and they got a very good defense. Good defense and a pretty balanced offense. But then you got these exceptionals. You got some exceptions. Obviously, Tom Brady, Mahomes, there's a few quarterbacks that can carry a
Rodgers,
team.
yeah.
Rodgers, yeah, but like you said, that was a very good comment there about Pacheco being picked up, and I think I want to say the 7th round.
Yeah, 7th round.
That just makes that really makes other running backs who are coming out. It just it lessens their value. I think when you see a guy that does that well.
Yeah. I have to agree. Listen, Game 4 is popping off the NBA Finals tonight in Miami. This will be the only time in the series class where they're going to have one day off in between contests. The Nuggets have an opportunity to, come back from what they did in a historic night where Jokic and Murray both go for triple doubles on the same night in the same game to win 109-94. And now they're looking at, not only have they retaken the home court advantage, they are also looking to go up 3-1, going back to altitude, going back up to Denver. What say you and how you think the outcome of this game, being that, they're going to need somebody to show up for them at Miami. And so what say you about how this game may turn out, but also who do you think needs to step up for Miami?
I think we all want to see great championships. It doesn't matter what it is, national, NFL, Super Bowl. We want to see a good Super Bowl. We want to see a good national championship in college for football, and on and on. This to me is a mismatch of epic proportions. Like, you did see Miami pull a game out, but when I watch these games, it just seems like it takes Miami. It's so hard for them. It's much harder for them to score, I feel, than Denver. Denver is just a well-oiled machine. There's just no way to stop Jokic. They don't have anybody that can stop him. And then Jamal Murray is just whether he wants to be a little bit more aggressive. If he's a little more aggressive like he was in Game 1 and in Game 3, it's just, you can't. He is just an incredible shooter. I wouldn't put him quite Steph Curry, but there's not too many other shooters better. And what I'm looking to see is Denver go up 3-1, to be honest with you. They're going back home. They're hungry to win their first championship. I think the fat lady is definitely singing. I can hear her humming. She's humming in the background, baby.
If Denver wins, is it over, or does Miami have a chance to push it to 6 games or maybe 7, make it somewhat interesting?
Let me tell you right now, if I had to put my entire 401k on Miami coming back, I'm going to say unequivocally, they will not. This series is over. I'm just letting y'all know. This series is over. Miami is not coming back. Could they get one more game? Maybe, but I doubt it. I think it's going to be a gentleman's sweep. I can see it being a gentleman's sweep 4-1. I'm just telling you, I think Denver is just way too strong. They're way too strong for Miami.
Great. Yeah, go ahead.
One other thing. Let me throw out. If they have a chance, Jimmy Butler has to be better. He has to be better. He's got to be a little bit more aggressive early. It can't be this fourth quarter Jimmy. You know, he has to come out and establish some dominance early, and he's just not doing it right now.
Mm-hmm. Great stuff, man. Thank you once again, Sibo. And we will be back on the air 8 to 9 Tuesday. WTF, We Talk Facts, Clester Johnson and I on Tuesday at 8 to 9. Thank you once again for joining us. We'll keep our eye on things and keep abreast on what happens in this next series. And maybe we'll talk about it when we get the tap back in, if not Monday. We also love to have you as well. Have a good weekend, my brother. It's good to talk to you as always.
All right, guys. Enjoy.
There he is, Clester Johnson, two-time national champion, joining us. And We Talk Facts, my brother in arms. We will be back again. But right now, we've got to take a quick break. Austin Orman and I are here on the block right now. We'll cross over when we come back right after this. 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club or space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, Burnt Pineapple, and Mango Tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. It's your electrical career today.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Getting experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.gov/service to find a program for you. Paid for Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Need service on your home air conditioner? Call the company Lincoln has counted on since 1952, Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. No matter what brand you have, when you need service, you want Bryant's experienced pros working for you. Friendly NATE certified technicians with the tools, training, and technology to restore your comfort quickly. No matter what brand, when you need service, just call Bryant. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
That's right. We're back wrapping up on the for the week. Austin Strick with you, joined by DP. DP, a couple segments ago, we were going over the most efficient plays in basketball for the last 15 years. But I'll ask you, maybe not over the last 15, but what's the most unstoppable move you've seen from a basketball player?
Most unstoppable move is big off a pick. Big off a pick. Shortest distance to the bucket, 3 options forward, 3 options sideways. So catches at the free throw line, get a rub. Mm-hmm. So there's several different things that happen off the rub. Again, he can facilitate triple option of things he can do there. He can go left to the rim, right to the rim, straight to the rim. He can pump fake, step back, shoot the free throw jumper. He can jab step to the elbow on either side. Mm-hmm. And then if he's Giannis, you just go punch somebody. You just go,
toss it up.
I'm just going to catch you and go, okay, who better right now? Me or you? And when I meet you at the front of the rim, let's talk about it.
The answer is usually me, if I'm Giannis.
Yeah, right? You just strict. You just go, hey, who better right now? Like, let's go ahead and see. I meet you at the rim.
Yeah. Then you don't have the guys that don't have the leaping ability, but just are so skilled with footwork and just the ability, like the Dirks and the Jokic's, where they just get them the ball where they want it and let them go to work.
Well, I mean, spacing helps, and if you're a good spacing team, spacing is offense. Offense is spacing. So if I'm 4 out, and I start with Jokic down on the baseline, and then he flashes, and the other 4 are spread, it is unstoppable. Mm-hmm. It's literally unstoppable, because then he's got space, and then if he gets help, you kick to the space. But quite frankly, him and his footwork, his offensive footwork is better than everybody else's defensive footwork. So the underrated part of his game, the 2 things that we just undervalue with Jokic. One, eyesight, his vision. He's got the smartest eyes in basketball. Just incredible. His eyes are never in the wrong place. He never misses a cutter. He never misses help. He never misses.
Sees it, even though you don't think he sees it.
Right. He sees everything. And then he's a dancer. Mm-hmm. He's Tony Danza. Mm-hmm. Like, the dude has great feet. He never misses. Even when he's off balance, he's still on purpose.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for me, whether I had a talented big or not, whoever my best, most athletic big, whether it's a 4 or 5, was the guy that I would run. I'd drag, we'd take him into deep water, and then flash to the shallow and see whether he's dumb enough to go with you.
Somebody says on the text line, unnamed texter 7563, if you would like to leave your name, that way we can put it in. We'll know who you are. You could do so, and we'll fill that in. But if not, that's okay. Unnamed texter 7563 says, Easiest unstoppable move is the answer AI's crossover. I would have to say, look, I think Tim Hardaway's was probably harder.
But see, I'm older than that. I go back to Tiny Archibald, that Dave Bing.
Mm-hmm.
Like those things existed.
You fight Rod Strickland. Rod Strickland will give you that
Earl
thing
Monroe
too.
gave you the Dipsy Doo crossover. Earl, like Black Jesus, gave it to you, looked you dead square in the eye.
Michael Ray Richardson.
Yeah, like God bless him. Right? That there are dudes who did that thing. The most unstoppable move in all of basketball history is the skyhook.
Oh, there's no question.
It's
Kareem,
the skyhook,
no
right?
doubt.
That's it. Followed closely by these two things: Dream Shake.
Oof.
And
take it.
And just
what about the Tim Duncan jab?
No, Shaq. Ruler of the universe.
Yeah.
There was no answer
when he
for
spin. Yeah, it was over.
There was no answer for it.
Yeah.
So, but Dream Shake. And then if you wanted to, if the injury doesn't take place, Ralph Sampson's Big Dipper was, oh my goodness gracious. Because he would start at one elbow and two stride running hook shot. And when the knees were good,
nothing you can do with it.
Well, none you just what the dude say, I'll be down at the other end. Wait for y'all. I can't do.
Do you think Tim Duncan's footwork was elite level, or was he just that good?
Well, Tim Duncan, I put Tim Duncan in a very unique space because he wasn't a true center.
Yeah.
And so I put him in the Dave Cowan's dancer category. I put him in the there are some dudes like Kevin Garnett had better feet.
Facts.
Yeah, Kevin Garnett had better feet. We can miss. Karl Malone had better feet.
Yeah.
Like the reality is Karl Malone had a dancer's feet, but he just had a bull body.
Yeah.
Like Karl Malone got more buckets by simply being faster than you believe a 6'9", 265-pound dude could be. Like that's why he's the third leading scorer, because he just big dudes was like, wait, hey,
we can't move like that.
Hey, wait, like wait a minute, bro. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like I thought we was playing big man ball, and now you're a sprinter. Like, stop it. So there are folks around it who, and we don't give credit defensively, but Wes Unseld had the best defensive feet I've ever seen for a big dude.
Yeah,
because he had to. Like at 6'7", at 6'7",
Draymond in that conversation.
6'9",
Draymond in that conversation.
Because he's a tight end. But
I would also say Meta World Peace too. His feet and his length. Okay. Yeah, he got great feet for a big fella.
Brian used to have. Brian had them tight end feet.
Yeah.
And
MJ, unnamed texter 0218, MJ and Kobe's turnaround was by far the prettiest.
Well, you could have just said MJ.
Yeah, because it was basically the same.
Yeah, you borrowed it. Like we rebranded it. That's like Adidas and Nike. You just you just changed the logo. There were things that were there. I want to be clear. I have to stop disrespecting this dude because he's still one of the top 10 players to ever pick up a basketball. But Pistol Pete did things offensively that we still don't have. Right. We don't have. And every coach that's on the Mount Rushmore coaches failed at stopping Pistol Pete Maravich.
Was White Chocolate the closest thing to it? To Pete?
White Chocolate has to give leeway again. I'm old.
Yeah.
There's a guy who played at Providence who was the dude. Ernie DiGregorio. If you go back, go online and watch Ernie DiGregorio. He played with Marvin Barnes. They were at Providence, and Ernie D would hit you. It still may be the greatest single pass I've ever seen in basketball history. He's at half court in transition and goes a wraparound behind the back, one bounce pass through two defenders to Kevin Statham for a layup.
Wow.
And I'm just like, you look at you can just Google Ernie DiGregorio greatest pass ever. And to this day, you got to think this is 1969, 71, 72.
Yeah, weren't really doing that back.
Well, you weren't really doing that, especially, he was, Boston dude doing it. You go, Ernie, I know you curled your hair into an afro. I'm gonna let you run with it.
All right, I got it pulled up.
Yeah,
we're gonna watch it.
Like, watch this pass. Now, this thing is the most sensational thing I've ever seen as far as, White Chocolate tried to copy some of that. Straight.
Come on, man. There's no way that gets by.
Like, you can watch it in slow motion and you can't figure out how this happened.
There's no way that gets by.
On time, on purpose.
With distance, too.
Look, if
on point.
Tom Brady
in the same side of the lane, though. The same lane line.
Like, he didn't go across court.
Exactly.
He zipped it online. Look,
that's crazy.
If Tom Brady,
you need to go see that YouTube.
Post that one.
I'll copy the link.
If Tom Brady stopped and threw that pass, you go, what? That's why he'd go.
Yeah,
that's why he'd go. But Ernie DiGregorio, and they did the thing that people who don't understand something do. They try to devalue Ernie DiGregorio. So they said, they nicknamed him, Ernie No D.
Oh,
right. Like, we heard that. We heard about Jason. Like, we've heard that about everybody, right? Yeah. Because they hadn't seen anybody like that. Now, truth be told, let me blow your mind. They're all copying Bob Cousy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bob Cousy was the dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you
NBA MVP Bob Cousy.
Right. Like, Bob Cousy for 40 years was the best passer in basketball. And then Pete and Ernie DiGregorio come along and say, hey, we like some of that. Dudes, really good point guards we don't talk about. Kevin Porter.
Mm-hmm.
KP for the Washington.
As in Junior's dead?
Yeah, he's
okay.
Kevin Porter.
Better
bad.
one. Yeah,
Kevin Porter,
I'm just
Kevin Porter was
for my audience.
So Rod Strickland, KP was his dude.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
KP was his dude. He was like, wait a minute, what is he doing with the ball? That ball spins different.
Right.
So yeah, there are guys in the game. And again, please don't, but Clyde Frazier. Walt Frazier gave you, he was a quarterback with an orange football. That's like, we miss a lot of players.
Yeah. Unnamed texter on the line says 4754. Unnamed texter says, where does prime Dwight Howard fit in the conversation?
We didn't have, let's go ahead and break it, and then we'll come back. I'll give you that answer.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Dwight Howard, let me tell you how good Dwight Howard is. I mean, first of all, he was, you could argue that for 4-year stretch, he was the best player on the planet. And the best marketed
in Orlando.
Right.
Dwight.
Right. He did it. Right. That Dwight was a monster.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing we had comparable to him was Kevin
Kwame
Willis.
Brown. I'm just messing with you.
Look, you ain't.
I'm just messing with you.
You ain't never gonna give me saying that bad about Kwame Brown.
I don't have a problem with Kwame. Look, I thought he was actually better than what people actually give him credit for. To be honest, I played against him. I thought he was all right.
What I know is that Kwame got that South Carolina black dude hearing. He hears everything, no matter where you are.
Kwame, trust and believe. I am not. Listen, I played against you, my boy. I actually thought you get better credit than that. Now, don't come for me online, brother. I'm not against you.
I will say nothing
about that man.
Look, there are some athletes that I will go toe to toe with on that short list of ones that I ain't never gonna say nothing bad about.
I don't want no smoke, Kwame. Please,
yeah, bro. I don't need you come back with the real Geechee dudes. Come up here, showing up at your door.
We was around the same time, so I actually think he was all right. I think he doesn't get credit. I hosted his draft party and welcome to DC.
So I had my restaurant in the MCI Center. This is Jordan's year,
Mm-hmm.
and this was so the DC was buzzing at the time because you got Jordan playing for the Wizards, you had Jaromir Jagr playing for the Capitals, the Mystics were in the building and playing.
Jagr,
well.
that was after he left the Penguins.
That was after he left. So we had Jordan and Jagr at the same time. Got Kwame. Kwame needed a lot of
some mentoring.
Yeah, he needs some mentoring, and he needed a moat around him because Sharks, they was grown ups and had a plan.
Yeah,
and Jordan was like all, they were all in the room, and so you had to shut it down. So we had to create an actual room in the ball just for Jordan. He had his own back to it, smoke cigars, and come upstairs to get his steaks after dinner. But Kwame could play because not many reached the air that this was. Dwight's just a different dude.
Yeah.
He's just a different dude. Like, okay. He was the first, like Shaq was Superman for real. Dwight wanted to be Shaq. He didn't have Shaq's bass.
Yeah.
Like you just don't have that bass in your voice, dude. Like it's not bad.
Yeah.
Your voice is fine.
Yeah.
You just can't bottom.
He was Bobby Brown. Shaq was Bobby Brown, and you was Ralph Tresvant.
Yeah. It's okay. No, actually, he was Johnny Gill.
Okay.
Yeah, he wanted to be Ricky.
Yeah.
He wanted to be Ricky.
Friday on the block. Friday with the crossovers. Yeah, it's just nonstop, bro. This is how it goes down when we go into the weekend. So don't.
Oh, this is like we used to do a segment when Nick was with me and Jay, and it was Nick or Nine. We would throw cultural questions at him.
Poor Nicky.
Like whether he knew, and there were songs, right? So and I literally was thinking about. I go on my walks each day. That's where my brain works best. And I thought, AO or NO?
Ooh.
AO or no?
Mm-hmm.
Here's strictly. I'm gonna ask you.
Why me?
No. I asked you the question, and then you tell me whether you think AO has the answer or NO.
Okay.
Can Austin name the members of New Edition? AO or NO?
No. N-O. N-O.
No. There's a song that actually tells you. Most people just sing.
Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, and Johnny. You just add Johnny.
Bobby and Ronnie, Johnny too. So you have to, it's out there.
Again, I'm learning.
Can you name AO or NO? Can he name a New Edition song?
AO.
Oh yeah, the one that goes through the members.
With the name of it.
What was it doing earlier?
Walking?
Can you stand the rain?
Can you stand the rain?
That is the easiest one.
I dropped the ball.
Candy Girl, Telephone Man.
Oh my gosh. I thought you would have had that.
AO or NO, since we're in this lane, AO or NO, can he name a Bobby Brown song?
NO. For sure, NO. For sure, NO. There's no.
That movie.
I mean, you could go the Ghostbusters joint. That's one.
Prerogative. You don't know My Prerogative. Every Step You Take. Yeah.
Every step you take, or every little step?
Every little step you take.
Okay.
But I knew he wasn't. Not Bobby Beasy.
Okay, that's where it is.
Even if I would even go as far to say, can you name A or no?
Okay.
Can he name a Justin Lake song?
AO.
Justin Timberlake. The first one that comes to mind is Mirrors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
there you go.
See.
All right.
See, this is where it is. And just so you don't feel bad, we like Because there was stuff that Rico.
Yeah. You're a lot of touch.
Rico been around more Austins than he has Strictlets.
Yeah.
So,
Rico sometimes not suave.
Did I lie, Rico? Was there any lie in what I just said?
I actually don't know what you said at first. I heard my name.
Well, I brought up the Nick or Nah days of old school.
Yeah.
And then, so I think AO or NO is the new way we're going to go. But I said, but there are things that we got Rico. Me and Jay got Rico when he ran the board for us. And I said, because I'm around Austins than Strickland.
That's Bellevue West, yeah.
I just had.
Although,
what are you saying?
Look at him get
strict. I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No,
not really.
No, because they mostly thought I was that too.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I mean, I did grow up in South Omaha, but also that is spending more time around people on my mom's side than my dad's side.
Okay. Let me just say that Bellevue West is way darker than my high school. Matter of fact, they sent a bus to get me. So they had black people.
Yeah, see.
So they had black people. They said, "Hey, go get your smartest black dude and send him to us."
Yes,
and he better be an athlete, because otherwise we'll sit back.
I was in South Omaha, not North Omaha. So
yeah,
we got it.
Yeah, they were like, "Listen, it was me." Like literally, the year before was Barry Thompson, and then the next year was me, and you can literally identify who that dude was that year. Because there was one. That's all there was.
We got to hit our quota.
Yeah, we look. When me and Barry got together, we were having a meeting.
Right. Together.
It was the alumni. It was
couldn't stay together for too long.
One last question before we get out of here and let old school take over. Check this out. Who does it? Who does it tonight? Does Miami go down 3-1 or does
2-2?
You say it's 2-2 tonight?
2-2.
Who steps up for Miami?
2-2. Everybody.
It's an everybody show.
It's everybody. All hands on deck. All oars in the water. All oars in the water. It has to happen. Do it for basketball fans. We don't want a 3-1 Sunday. No, we don't need to do that.
Yeah, going back to Denver.
Yeah, we'll need to do that. We'll need to do that. We need them 2 games.
Well, there it is. DP. What a great Friday, man. Thanks for jumping in and chopping in. DP, you've got some big stuff on for the tour.
Friday trivia fun.
Yeah.
Woo, go into it. I'm gonna load this one. It's easy.
Be ready on the text line.
Hey, we got some passes. We're gonna give away. Elena from Upside Bar and Lounge will come in. Yeah,
Margaritas.
Margaritas.
There it is. DP Old School. Austin and I will be saying sayonara for the night. We'll see y'all next 2-4 right here. Same best channel. Eastrick, Austin Orman saying peace. We out of here. 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. We gone. Weekend. Y'all be careful.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and our big summer event is underway this month. Right now, get 0.9% interest rates. You heard right, 0.9% APR on select new Chevrolet and GMC vehicles, plus a $1,500 trade-in bonus on